What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Gary Bear Review. Today we're going to go over Paul Walker's last movie, unfortunately, and it is Brick Mansions, done by the incomparable Luc Besson, who, if you don't know, clearly you are living under a rock. He has done Taken, Transporter, The Fifth Element, 3 Days to Kill. He's done a couple of episodes in Nikita. I mean, the list can go on, people. But yes, he has directed and written the screenplay as well as the script for this, which is just great to see because I actually like most of his films, and this was actually really good. I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good, but it was that middle ground where I enjoyed myself watching this film, and it just wasn't because hey, it's Paul Walker's last film. But for those who don't know, Brick Mansions is actually a remake of the original French film called D2, or I believe that's the sequel. But yeah, there's two sequels. There's two of them. There's D Ultimatum and D2, I believe. I'd have to look it up, but it is a remake of a French film, and the actual actor plays the same role. He plays Lino, David Bell. He plays Lino in Brick Ranches, and he also plays it in the original French movie. He actually does. He's actually one of those parkour experts. Jumping off the buildings and high rises and going nuts on big gaps. And it was great to see him actually do that. And I didn't see it, but I would not be shocked if there was some, maybe a little bit of he actually coached Paul Walker, maybe. Who knew? Who knows? But basically, it's you in the beginning. I wasn't too keen about. In the beginning, I wasn't actually too keen on this film. From the trailers alone, I was a bit confused what was going on, what was it about. All I saw was jumping, sliding, shooting. And it's interesting to see because it's Paul Walker's last film, so you kind of have to wonder like, what is he doing with this? It was actually interesting to see where they were going. So I went to go see it, and I was actually intrigued. I liked it. It was a very interesting cast that they brought in. There's only like three main people that you probably would know. RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan. He's actually becoming an actor now for some odd reason, but he was okay. He wasn't the best he's done. The best he's done is actually Iron Fist with actually Dave Bautista, who will be in Guardians of the Galaxy later on this year. But yeah, and as well as Paul Walker and David Bell. That's pretty much all we know. You may recognize some others. I personally didn't. But it was an interesting casting here, especially with RZA as the bad guy again. He seems to stick to the bad guy roles, which I find interesting. But yes, the storyline was really good. Maybe not really good, but it was good enough to keep me interested. Where Walker plays a cop, and Bell is basically like a drug mule in this little podunk town that has a wall around it, which is it was an interesting concept. I've never actually seen this concept before, and I really wish that David Bell and Paul Walker did more of the parkour, especially Paul Walker. I don't know. He must. No, right. He did this after he died. This was finished after. But it was very interesting to see him do all those like weird parkour moves. It was actually really cool. That was pretty much my favorite part. Basically the whole entire beginning, which is like a 10-minute segment on David Bell running through Brick Mansions, trying to get away from the guys that he works for. It was actually very cool to see, and I actually, to be honest with you, I would actually probably would recommend it as a rental, not as really as a hey, go see this because it's already out. Because by the time this airs, it's probably gonna be out on DVD soon, maybe in a few months. But yeah, I would actually go see it on DVD, get it from the library. I would actually Netflix it if you can, any way you really can. I would actually try. If you like action and Paul Walker, you'll definitely enjoy this. Um, it was actually interesting to see because my hand, ever since last week, it started going like this, and nothing seems to be coming out, but it's been doing that a lot lately. So I guess you'll find out what that's about next week. Stay tuned, guys.